Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. Have you ever been asked to be in a wedding? Maybe someone wanted you to be a junior bridesmaid or an usher. Maybe they wanted you to light the candles or spread flower petals. If you have, you know how crazy the wedding planning and rehearsals can be. That's what Maria finds out in this Shoebox Kids mystery. This time, Maria has a real problem. She's excited about being in her aunt's wedding, but everything is going wrong. Should she refuse to be a junior bridesmaid? Can you figure out what happened to Maria's missing dress before she does? Chapter 9. A Trap to Catch a Thief. That's him, Maria whispered excitedly. The mysterious man slipped into the pastor's study. Maria turned to her friends. Let's go see what he's doing. Maria crept silently up to the pastor's study door and put her finger to her lips to warn Chris, Sammy, and Jenny not to make any noise. Sammy and Jenny sneaked to the other side of the door and got as close as they dared without being seen. All of them heard the strange man pick up the phone and push the buttons to call someone. "Hi, it's me," he said. "Don't worry, I've done this before. No one will notice anything." Maria clamped a hand over her mouth. Her eyes felt like they would pop out. The man's voice continued, "It will work out perfectly. I've gone over the plan several times. I put it in the diaper bag so I wouldn't forget it." Maria's heart was pounding so hard she felt sure everyone could hear it. Creeping very softly, they sneaked back down the hall. "Did you hear him?" Maria asked. Jenny looked really worried. "Maybe we should call the police," she suggested. Just then, Yo-Yo walked up with her pink suitcase. She tugged on Maria's shirt. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Shh, we're trying to catch a thief," Maria said. Yo-Yo looked worried. "How do you catch a thief?" Without actually thinking about it, Maria said, "Well, you have to learn to think like a thief thinks. Then you have to catch him with the stuff he stole." Yo-Yo frowned. "I don't know how a thief thinks. I only wanted to help." "You're too young to catch a thief, Yo-Yo," Chris stated. "No one wants to listen to me," Yo-Yo murmured. "Oh no, here he comes," Jenny whispered. "Try to act normal." The strange man came out of the pastor's study with a diaper bag hanging on his shoulder. He smiled at the Shoebox Kids as he walked by. Maria tried to fake a smile, but she discovered it was hard to smile when she was scared. "I'm sure my dress is in that diaper bag," Maria insisted when the man had gone. Jenny agreed. The diaper bag was sitting right beside Maria's dress, and that man was not too far away. It must have been him. Yo-Yo started tugging on Maria's shirt again. "But I thought you didn't want to wear the dress." "I want to now," Maria said. She followed the mysterious man to see where he was going. Chris, Sammy, and Jenny were following right behind her. Yo-Yo picked up her pink suitcase and followed too. "Why do you suppose he has a diaper bag, but he doesn't have a baby?" Chris asked. "He was holding a baby earlier," Maria replied. "Wait, look, he's heading toward the baby room. He doesn't even have a baby." "Maria!" Mrs. Vargas's voice said, startling Maria. "Why aren't you dressed for the wedding? I've been looking all over for you." Maria stuttered. But... She looked at her friends and Chris for help, but no one seemed to know what to say. Yo-Yo put her suitcase down and plopped down on top of it. She rested her chin in the palm of her hand and watched. "Oh, well," Mrs. Vargas said in a frazzled tone of voice, "the bride seems to be having problems getting ready on time, too. Have you seen the pastor? I need to tell him Angie isn't ready yet." They all shook their heads. None of them had seen Pastor Hill, but Maria wasn't thinking about Pastor Hill. She let out a big sigh of relief. Angie was holding up the wedding just for her. "Angie is so cool," she thought. As soon as Mrs. Vargas left, Maria spoke up. "I'm out of time. We have to make a plan for catching this dress thief. How are we? Wait a minute. I've got a great idea." She snapped her fingers. "This is going to work," she added. Chris made a face. "I've got an idea, too. Let's move a chair in front of the nursery and not let him out until he hands over the dress." "That won't work," Sammy answered. "Maria needs the dress now, not when that guy gives up. Besides, some adult will open the door for him. We have to find someone to tell, someone who will help us catch him." "We need Pastor Hill," Jenny decided. "Where is he?" "Wait a minute, everyone," Maria said. "If nobody likes my plan, we can choose another one. I think it will work." She huddled everyone together and explained. Chris and Sammy looked at each other with wide grins, then looked at her. "That is a good plan," Chris said. "Let's do it." Maria knelt down in front of Yo-Yo, who still looked sad. "Yo-Yo, do you want to help us?" Yo-Yo shrugged. "What do you want me to do?" "Can we use Liberty to help catch the thief?" I guess so, Yo-Yo said. She handed Liberty to Maria. Sammy looked doubtful. How are we going to make him think Yo-Yo's doll needs to be changed? Chris smiled. Like this. Let me see Liberty, Maria. Chris took Yo-Yo's doll over to the drinking fountain. In a few seconds, Liberty had wet pants. Here you go, Yo-Yo. You have to hold Liberty when we go into the baby room. Yo-Yo didn't look too happy. What's the matter, Yo-Yo? Maria asked. I don't feel good. I wanted to be your best sister, Yo-Yo tried to explain. Maria was confused, but she didn't have time to figure out what was troubling Yo-Yo. Come on, before he leaves, Chris interrupted. He motioned everyone toward the baby room. Maria held Yo-Yo's hand. Can we talk about this later, Yo-Yo? I guess so. Maria wondered if Chris and Sammy and Jenny were as nervous as she was. The mysterious man was sitting beside a woman with brown hair and a pretty smile who was holding a tiny baby. Maria recognized the baby as the same one the man had been holding earlier in the multipurpose room. That must mean she is the baby's mother, Maria thought. She smiled when the man and woman turned to see who was coming into the baby room. They don't really look like thieves, Maria thought suddenly. Hi, Maria said. Hi, the mysterious man said back. Maria got bumped from behind. Let us in, Chris whispered. Maria scooted forward so everyone could come inside. Yo-Yo's doll, has a wet diaper. We were wondering if you, had a diaper we could use. Yo-Yo is my sister. The woman, who Maria was sure had the nicest smile she had ever seen, seemed to understand. Oh, Dan, would you get one of Tracy's diapers out of the diaper bag and give it to Yo-Yo? Sure, the mysterious man said. He got up and picked up the diaper bag from the floor. What will he do, Maria wondered. If he opens the diaper bag, my dress will be there. He'll be guilty of taking my dress. But Dan didn't seem to care if he were caught or not. He set the diaper bag on a chair and with a quick movement unzipped the bag. Maria felt Yo-Yo give her hand a big squeeze. She felt herself take a deep breath. But the dress wasn't there.
The story you have heard today is a chapter of the Shoebox Kids, Book 6, The Wedding Dress Disaster, written by Eric Stoffel, edited and created by Jerry D. Thomas, and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.